Summary of Money, Sex and Kids. Stop fighting about the 3 things that can ruin your marriage. By Tina B. Tessina. The Big 3. What do couples fight about the most? They butt heads about 3 emotionally charged issues: money, sex and kids. Arguments about money are usually about feelings associated with having or not having money, such as power, prestige, success and happiness. The issues behind sexual squabbles concerning who wants sex, who initiates it or who feels undesired often actually reveal insecurities about being loved. Parenting is relentlessly demanding and frequently stressful. Most people conduct themselves as parents the way their parents did, so conflicts arise out of differences in upbringing. Divorce, remarriage and blended family issues involving stepchildren and stepparents create more potential avenues for conflict. When it's working. A healthy relationship has these working elements: communication, problem solving, mutual support, shared responsibility, and the twin goals of establishing financial security and providing emotional warmth. When any of these elements is not functioning properly, the relationship suffers and can become dysfunctional. Arguments are a symptom of a breakdown in communication. When spouses continue to argue, especially repeatedly about the same issue, both partners feel frustrated and unhappy, which can damage the relationship. The antidote to arguing is patience. When you are patient, you exhibit self-control, and you can think before you speak or act. Even emotionally volatile people can acquire the virtue of patience by waiting a moment or longer before reacting to a situation. During this pause, consider the issue from another perspective. What is really making you angry? Would you react so strongly if someone other than your partner was pushing your buttons? Keep your long-term goals in mind and consider how an impulsive reaction might throw you off track. Be sure to congratulate yourself when you do handle a potentially explosive situation with patience and grace. How not to fight. As an adult, you can choose to solve problems rather than quarrel. Here's how. Refuse to participate. It takes 2 to tango and to argue. If one issue rears up frequently, discuss how you made past decisions and what changes would work in the future. Strive to look at the problem from your spouse's perspective. Seek a solution that works for your family's unique situation. Ask people you trust how they resolved a similar situation. Good communication between spouses goes a long way toward squelching arguments. Talk often and openly to each other about your problems, resentments, turn-offs, goals for the future and anything else that provokes strong feelings. Communicate with the objective of working together as a team. Face problems as partners, not adversaries. When you find yourselves drifting apart, reach out and re-establish your meaningful connection. Be kind when life gets tough and always keep your sense of humor. $. Money can evoke many sentiments. How your parents used money during your childhood can affect your emotions about it over your lifetime. If money was short when you were little, you might never stop feeling that you don't have enough. If your parents used money to show love and approval, or to give comfort, you might always seek material rewards as a validation. Money represents power and status. Those who have it can manipulate or lord it over those who don't. In many ways, a marriage is similar to a small business. A couple brings in income, pays expenses, and decides what to do with the profits. As unromantic as it seems, sometimes you need to treat your union like a business. Communication is essential. Discuss financial problems with the goal of resolving them, rather than reacting emotionally. Meet with your spouse regularly to talk about finances. Share your feelings about money and your long-term fiscal goals. Develop a plan to get there. If you can't find common ground on monetary issues, consider keeping separate accounts. To resolve conflicts about money or other touchy issues, apply these problem-solving techniques. Start every discussion positively, by acknowledging your efforts to work together. Take turns describing the problem and explaining your points of view. Brainstorm ideas. Include them all, no matter how far-fetched they might seem. Discuss and evaluate each viable option. If you reach an impasse, conduct additional research and seek outside advice. Reach an agreement, write it down and confirm that it meets your individual needs. Bringing sexy back. Couples in a strong working relationship maintain a healthy sexual intimacy. Arguments about sex can force a wedge between them. The most prevalent issue regarding sex is one partner's sense of rejection. People withhold sex in 3 ways: angry withdrawal, conflict avoidance, and intimacy avoidance. Ask why a spouse withholds sex. Sometimes one person has unrealistic expectations. Other times the stresses of the day can sap a partner's energy and desire. Finding the time and verve to connect sexually requires some effort. To smooth the transition from everyday trials to a receptive, loving state of mind, try making your partner laugh. Fun and play lead to feelings of warmth and intimacy. Keep it simple. Don't let intimacy require an elaborate build-up, such as wine, candles and soft music, although these things can be nice. Learn each other's signals. Keep romance alive by doing the little things for your partner that let him or her know you care. Lastly, reminisce about the early, exciting days of your courtship. Again, communication is imperative in a healthy relationship. Talking about sex requires a high level of trust. Make sure you are gentle and don't react with anger or accusations. Listen carefully and confirm that you understand what your partner is trying to convey. Use I statements when responding. I hear you. I understand. Then take a turn revealing something about yourself. People experience temptation from time to time. Handled incorrectly, it can damage the trust in your relationship. Simply telling your partner the truth about your feelings often can diffuse the situation, but don't push too hard or risk too much. Reach out often, be open and honest. People make mistakes, but communication and patience go a long way toward repairing the heart. And then there were 3, and 4 and 5. Having children is an awesome, life-changing and, parents hope, rewarding experience. However, parenting disagreements can place a huge amount of stress on a relationship. Sometimes these fights begin even before the first baby is born. Couples might disagree about whether and when they even want a child. Once children arrive, neophyte parents find themselves confronting several difficult issues, such as feeling besieged by their new responsibilities, or disagreeing about discipline, parenting styles, or the division of labor, and, in some instances, choosing a religion. Many couples are surprised to find that they disagree about such issues as discipline, or that they have different parenting styles. The question of who does what and how often can become a sore point. When you argue about these kinds of issues, keep in mind that parents find many different ways to raise children successfully. One child might need carefully spelled out rules, while another might thrive with a more permissive approach. If you agree as parents to focus on what works best for your individual child, you are more likely to find common ground. As new parents, you and your spouse would be wise to take parenting classes or seek outside support from someone experienced, such as your parents and in-laws. Befriending other new parents or joining a parenting group can also help you conquer those initial feelings of helplessness. A parenting group provides a forum for exchanging information and advice, an opportunity to socialize, and a ready-made peer group for your kids. Blended families present different kinds of challenges. 2 different techniques have proven effective. The first is to hold regular family meetings. Seek the children's input and involve them in decision-making. They are more likely to follow your rules if they have a voice in developing them. The second technique is to establish the rules that govern your home. Children of blended families often spend time in the homes of both their birth parents, and are subjected to different regulations and rituals in each place. Allow time for discussion each time a child comes home to help him or her make a smooth transition. All is fair. Contrary to the popular saying, all is not fair in love and war. Fighting unfairly can cause irreparable damage to your relationship. Habits such as placing blame, making accusations, throwing out snide comments, or bringing unrelated issues into an argument all constitute hitting below the belt. If you can't avoid an argument, try following some fair fighting guidelines. Concentrate on finding a solution, not on who is to blame. Leave prior incidents in the past and focus on the issue at hand. Stay on topic. Talk briefly and then give your partner the opportunity to respond. Practice active listening techniques. Stay connected by making eye contact, touching or holding hands. Express your anger calmly and keep it in check. Be respectful and acknowledge your spouse's feelings. Do not mock or disregard them. Attack the problem, not the person. Delay the discussion if you are tired, hungry, or tipsy. If you make a mistake, own up to it and take responsibility. From puppy love onward. Every relationship progresses through different stages in a process that continues throughout a marriage. In the beginning, love is exciting and romantic. You see only the best in each other. If your relationship continues past the honeymoon stage, your love becomes grounded in reality. Two less than perfect selves emerge, and both are carrying fears about rejection. Many relationships fail at this point. However, committed couples will achieve a deeper sense of intimacy. After several years, a couple experiences a settled partnership. At this point, you enjoy a comfortable familiarity, but you still need to address such issues as keeping the spark alive, setting new long-term goals, and continuing to appreciate each other. A mature, committed relationship is based on mutuality in 4 areas. Mutual love. Love is the fuel of your commitment. When both partners feel loved and appreciated, the relationship will thrive. Mutual trust. Over time, each partner has many opportunities to build and renew trust. You build trust when your actions support your words and promises. Mutual benefit. Make decisions that are the best for the partnership. Couples benefit emotionally, financially, mentally, and spiritually from their relationships. Mutual support. Support is most important during the hard times that inevitably occur. Support your partner and take responsibility for your own happiness. How do you keep your love alive? Remember to smile, laugh, be silly, and surprise each other. Be kind, be sweet, and be thoughtful. Make your marriage a priority. No matter how crazy life becomes, stay true to yourself and your partnership. Relive the good times and be free with compliments. Fill your relationship reservoir with good feelings, forgiveness, support, honesty, appreciation, caring, affection, and emotional intimacy. A full reservoir will allow your love to flow throughout your lives together.